My name is Elaine Mason, and this is my poem. It is called COVID-19 Small. The virus started small. Theories abound. A creature taken from the wild in far-flung China, we've been told. No domestication, hygiene or tests preside for these poor village folks who eat for nourishment of body and soul. We don't know if that is a fact. COVID was born and carried aloft in the air that we breathe, that we welcome and trust. Our modern world is small. Transport is fast, cars and buses pass, aeroplanes speed across the skies, linking and forming ties. Before they could cancel the movement and buzz, people were dying, thousands were lying in hospital beds. Their lungs were not functioning. It was not long until they were dead. Emergency was declared, a lockdown. Borders closed in this land far away. SARS had been before. There would be many more. No, no, cried the nurses and doctors. Some died for the cause, to tell the world the virus was not small. COVID-19 is lethal and huge. Wake up to its message. Beware, take care. Suffering and pain follow wherever it spreads, tearing us apart with dread. The virus is out there, vicious and vile. COVID-19 began small, then grew and grew. Invisible, we knew, but what do we do? People were dying around the world. Scientists took to their labs in their droves to find a solution, a vaccine, a cure. The tests were started, hope and belief, commitment and strife. These were the qualities that directed their lives. The ones that were alive, with the virus inside, lost their taste and smell. Food had no charm, they did tell. It was hell. Was this retribution from our God above? Take care of all nature, respect, spread the love. Industry stopped, belching chimneys were closed, planes landed but did not take off. Pollution was grounded, the skies breathed again. Cars with exhaust fumes were no longer there, no noise, mechanical sounds, but the bird song was strong and the animals appeared. The hedgehog recovered from fear. They had no idea of the loss and the pain. They just knew of their gain. A world with less people, violence and greed. They found silence and peace in our cities and towns. People were no longer there to frown. Whilst our wildlife was thriving and breathing fresh air, the nightingales were built. The army deployed to fit ventilators to every bed. Life was topsy-turvy, it should be said. Man in bed, sick and sore, suffering and hardships, and plenty more. The NHS needed PPE gear. To stem the flood of the virus, the government agreed. China had recovered and started making masks. It wasn't a small task. The carers had to be protected or they would die too. Then there would be a few who could help stem the tide. Appreciation for the key workers who toiled and were aching, from the lifting and turning and pumping and the sights that were breaking. So difficult to bear, they sobbed and they cried in their homes and on TV. The pain was overwhelming, that we could see. Clapping our hands, we reached out to these souls who were weary. We told them we loved them and we were glad that they were there, giving us hope for our sons, daughters, grandmas and friends who they tend with compassion and care. The COVID is not small, and it is still thriving and strong. What have we learned from the anguish and pain? To live with each other, not just for gain? Life is for living, but we must take care to look after our planet, or it will no longer be there.